Hello, I'm back. I'm so pleased to be back.
Bless him. Yeah, this morning when he walked in, he went like, yes, John's back in the building. Welcome one and all. A couple of hours with our lovely Stephanie. I hope you all enjoyed this kick-off too this week on our Monday. Welcome to our live shopping VIP. As you can see, we've got our lovely John with us this morning, which is fabulous. We have genuinely missed you.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I've really missed coming, to be honest, and being able to sort of share everything with everyone at home. Of course.
So how do you watch and shop? Well, you'll be watching us now, but we have new viewers all the time now. For the live shopping VIP, you can watch us on the live shopping VIP website, and all the icons and images are all down the side. You just click on it, add to basket. When you're ready, click on the basket icon, log in and check out. Now, on that website, there is a little special section just for Crafts2 and John Next Door items and products. They have their own brand shop. So if there is anything in the past where you think, oh, I wonder, is that still there? Have a little peruse before you actually check out your basket, because something that Crafts2 and John always do as well, whatever the price was here,
yes,
they leave it at that price on our brand shop, which again is fabulous for you guys.
And because it's coming direct from Crafts2, a lot of the products on there are at prices you won't find elsewhere. And we capped the P&P at just $2.99.
Yeah, that was something that was on my list to ask you this morning.
Yeah.
So all your postage is just $2.99, which again is fabulous. So thank you for doing that. And then, of course, you can watch us on Instagram and also on Facebook. So welcome. Now, when you're shopping on Instagram and Facebook, you will need a shop code. Now, during the hour, I'll give you shop and then a word. Pop that in the comments below and we send that off like you do a normal message. You'll get a message in return to say thank you very much. In that message is a link. When you've finished the hour and you're ready for checking out, just click on one of those messages, click on the link that's in there. It'll take you straight to the website for you to log in and check out. So we have got some super deals on here. Now we're having a little chat this morning. These are things that you have actually seen previously, but they've not been on very much, have they?
They've only been, all we've done is launch them. We've done like a soft launch on them. This is the sort of the major launch where we've put them into the different bundles and things.
Yes.
So the first two are sort of like literally a week old, if that, I think.
Which is
maybe, 10 days, something like that. And we've only done it very quickly on our own for people to see.
Which is brilliant. So on here, and also just bear with us because, again, because of everybody's budgets and price points, you've split it all up and given everybody the chance to cherry pick.
Exactly. Pick the bit that you like. So you can get them individually, but we've put different bundles, which are some, that bundle for the 4 dies is an amazing saving.
It is.
So we've put as many sort of savings in as we can and given it lots of different price points. So everyone's covered.
Yes.
So you can grab a little bit or as much as you want.
Yes. So thank you for joining us. So we're going to start at the very beginning.
Yes.
Because it's a very good
place to start.
Of course it is, John. So here we have our shop frame. Now, this one is just $19.99. It is beautiful, okay? Now, it works in
conjunction.
Thank you. Oh dear, it's going to be one of those days.
It's Monday morning.
In conjunction with many other of the ones that actually, but they all fit. Okay, so if John's done another design, it all fits.
Yes, they do. Inserts from the other dies will fit in within this one. So yeah, anything you've got from the other dies, so any of the other square frames at 6-inch fit in here. Any of the other square frame, notch frame you've got, the 5-inch fits in here. So they'll all work and interchange because that's what they want to do. But I also want to make that if you just get one die set, that will do lots and lots of different things.
So we have the boards here. So this is the actual frame that you're getting.
Yeah, so you're going to get the frame maker die. So the frame maker die, for anyone who's missed that, and I always mean to grab one and don't. So that's what I like about live shopping. I can just wander off. So basically you've got one die that cuts you that beautiful frame with that notch. It's exactly 6 inches by 6 inches. So it will fit on your 6-inch, 7-inch cards. It fits with your 5-inch. It matches in with your 7-inch. But that cuts you that beautiful frame every single time. Then you have the 4 inserts, which give you this beautiful tracery pattern. And so these cut out the leaves, and then they cut little dots in as well. So it's got a really intricate pattern. So when you put the 2 together, so 2 die cuts gives you that frame. And that would normally be trying to put together 5 different dies and taping them and everything, and you can't do it. So of course you can get the frame, but that's not just it.
No.
So if I take the next one.
Oh, we've got more than...
We have. We've got more than 2.
Oh.
Sorry. This is using those dies on their own.
Yes.
And you get 4 of them. So you're not talking about putting one corner in and having to cut it 4 times. You get 4 of them. So you can make yourself a beautiful inlay frame into a piece of card, or opposing corners. Or you can make yourself a beautiful sort of pattern in the middle. Or you can make squares and checkerboards. You can keep playing.
Which is brilliant.
And of course you get the mats and layers coming from the middle and also an extra die.
So there's no waste.
There's absolutely no waste, but then you get this centre panel. So the centre panel is a really beautiful, intricate, you can see it's the same leaves.
Yes.
Is on the outside. So it works on its own. So, I mean, just to pull these in. So that's your classic framed card with the Gerberas, the new ones that are coming up. So that's your classic framed card with that frame and all the colour in the centre in there. But you can do that without cutting it into a frame and just cut it into a piece, or
that's pretty.
Just use the inserts. But that centre panel is what I call one of my infinity dies. It repeats.
Oh.
So can you see there, that pattern is that centre die just repeated down, because it slots back in every direction. So you could have a whole square of that pattern. Or you can lay out 2, just like that. Or, this is, I love this one by Helen. This is just using those 2 of those 4 corner dies.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, when you think about the permutations of just this one thing, and I love the fact on these dies, like John said, it's not one corner. They could have given you only one corner,
yep,
but they didn't. They gave you all 4. So when you're doing your lining up, maybe you're doing this. Can you imagine, as a for instance, you cut one out, you flip it over, you try and get it lined up, you cut it out, but you're putting it through a die cutting machine, so you're squashing this.
Yes.
So then you move it and flip it again. Now you've squashed this 3 times. So by the time you've done all of that, you end up where they don't look quite right.
They don't look right at all. Yeah. This is, to make this card is 2 die cuts, 2 runs through your die cutting machine. But it looks like it will be 8.
Yes.
But it's not, it's only 2. And of course the frame just slots on. So you get a perfect slot matching with it and everything. Which
is brilliant. So for that one, on its own, shop frame, this is your glasses, Notch Fine Frame Maker, $19.99. Now, the next bundle has got a huge saving for everybody. And when you see the versatility of it all now coming together, this is where it's like, oh, okay, now we can see what's happening. So it's shop bundle. This is going to get your notched vine, which is your first one. You're going to get your Gerbera bundle, your Morella vines and your notch vines, and your tatty Gerbera included. So you're getting the whole thing together to be able to work together. And remember, wherever there's additional inserts, they all slot inside.
They all slot inside as well. But it's things like, you can see there how exactly those flowers, so there I've done it almost like a daisy, and those leaves work perfectly with that frame. Excuse me. And as you said, there's a big saving on this, because you're talking £20 just for the die on its own. But you're getting the flowers that like normally RRP's like £16 now. The leaves at 12. You're getting, you know, all of that.
£39.58. You've got a fabulous saving. So that one is shop bundle for that one. Look at that.
But there you're getting, so you're actually getting in here this tatty, and it's hand drawn, the Gerbera. I drew it, so I'll give you the board. But you can see by cutting that you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 flowers in one pass.
Which is brilliant.
Yeah, and they're all work together. You get, the leaves are in 2 dies sort of moulded together, so you get 4 die cuts from it. Beautiful sort of matching leaves with it. Oh, no, that's for something later on. I wondered where that one had gone missing to.
We found it.
But it allows you to do things like that card where we've got the Gerberas.
Aren't they just super simple?
This is so easy to do, or more realistic, or go for something like a daisy. Or this is one of my favourites.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This is using copier paper.
What?
So I cut 4 layers of copier paper through in one pass, and then stuck a brad in the middle. That's it.
That's gorgeous.
So that is, and it is literally, you know, the cheapest 80 GSM copier paper.
But you could be doing this out of newspapers, old book pages. You can be using all of those different things that you've got in your stash that you're not using. Now, John's giving us a little sneak peek on some of these, because the florals that you're seeing, I just want to touch on this because the last time it came in, it flew, is the cardstock that's behind us. Okay. This is beautiful, beautiful cardstock. Now, so just remember, when you're seeing this and you think, oh, I really like that colour of that flower, it's on
all
the show.
included in there.
Okay,
yes.
So we'll come to that momentarily, but just keep in mind when we're showing you the florals, that's where they've all come from. Now, moving on a little bit, we have got Shop Tatty, which is your gerbera flower and your leaves set. Now this is £21.59. Now when we start giving you these, you're then going to see your savings that are happening in your bundles. Okay, so if you when you see you're a savvy shopper, you think, hang on a minute, that's £21.59, but I can get that for £39.52, and it's, you see where I'm.
And it's a case of, if you wanted to think the flower on its own, it's £16.99.
See,
so all the savings build into each bundle.
It
so
does.
It's saving after saving, really.
It does, absolutely. So that one on its own, if you're wanting the Tatty Gerbera and the leaves, it's £21.59. So it's that lovely duo bundle, which again is just beautiful. Now, when you've got layering flowers, you can keep it very simple and just have the one on its own. A little Michaelmas daisy, all on its own, is just as beautiful. But having them in layers, already cut in the right ratios, makes life so much easier.
Yeah, because that's one of the things that I do is each flower is 5mm smaller than the one that precedes it, so they stack up.
They stack on top of one.
So that they don't look weird, because if you don't do that, they look weird because they're going in different things. It gives you almost like, if you stack them on top of each other, it'll give you a perfect pyramid.
Yes.
Which is what you need, and how flowers are actually designed and done in real life.
So that's that one. So Shop Tatty, Gerbera and the leaves for £21.59. Now, I want to speed up a little bit because I know I want to get to your demos, because I want to see what all this, we've got loads of stuff on it. Absolutely brilliant. So Shop Flowers for this one. Okay, this one is your notched vine and flowers bundle, your dogwood and stitched leaves. Now, £40.48 for this one. Okay, that is your 3, isn't it?
Yeah, so you get the brand new notched frame.
The frame.
But you get the dogwood flowers and the stitched leaves. The dogwood have a beautiful stitch in them. I know this is your flower, because I know you bought this one, didn't you?
My favourite. So, absolutely love it.
Again, a really beautiful, really flexible flower.
Look at the permutations that you can get.
So I just think that's so clever.
Absolutely.
All of those different ones you can do with that. And I've got to pull this one in of Helen's.
Look at that.
Just look how deep that is. That's what I meant about them being 5mm smaller. It's a perfect round pom-pom flower.
And you do that double-sided and you've got a full-on pom-pom head.
Yeah, exactly. And you will get those 3 from one cut. Because each one just has 4 layers in it. It's such a good one to use.
Absolutely fantastic. Now, like John, it's a favourite. Absolute favourite. It's something about the stitch that's in there as well, and the shape of the petal, and also this versatility that it gives you.
Yes.
It's just phenomenal. Because we give the flowers and things names, don't we? We say, oh, it's a gerbera, oh, it's a so-and-so. Yes, you can actually make those flowers, but you can make all your own fantasy flowers. You can, yeah. So when you're working with these, maybe you've got the gerbera, take some of the gerbera, mix it with the dogwood and make a flower is just a flower. It's just that embellishment. And then make it in the colours that you want to make it. It doesn't have to be gerbera colours. No, not at all. Absolutely any colour at all you want. You can mix this up as much as you want to. So that one is the next one. Now, moving on again, we've got Shop Vine. Now, this one It's £49.46, Stitch Fine Infinity Bundle, Infinity Square and Dogwood.
Yeah, so you're going to get the previous bundle.
Yes.
So you're going to get the notch square, you're going to get that beautiful flower, you're going to get the wonderful leaves with it. But you're going to get the new centre, the infinity, that fits exactly in there. So you can mix it round.
Look at that. Now, you know, sometimes in the craft industry, we do try and push these dies to the limits, don't we?
Yeah.
The manufacturing of the dies. And I think this is one of those. Look how fine that detail is in that die.
That is probably, and look, that's the finest die I think I've ever designed. But
stunning.
Can you see that? It hangs. It doesn't actually, it's not lost all of its weight in the card.
No.
It's still sitting proud on there.
It's beautiful.
But it can be repeated again because it's called Infinity. So you can repeat it down, side, everything.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And it fits as a perfect centre in there.
So that, again, when you're thinking about your bundles, these are now adding to the other. So now you're thinking, okay, so I can use that with that, and I can use that with that, and that cross, and that works with that. So when you think about it, we've got a whole collection going on here, haven't we? Then we're going to go on. Next is. Thank you, Sarah, for getting in touch. We'll answer your question in just a second. So we've now got Stitched Infinity Bundle, Infinity Square, Dogwood Flower and Stitch Leaves.
Yeah, so you can get just the, if you don't want the frame maker,
yes,
you can get just the Infinity, the flowers and the leaves. So you can get those as a separate bundle if you've already got the frame maker. Or you think it's not for you and you want to just do something a little bit simpler, you can get just that beautiful Infinity die and just those flowers and leaves so that you can do something, you know, pretty like that. You don't have to have the big frame maker. You can make quite a simplistic card.
And they are absolutely
or like
stunning.
that.
Look at that.
Again, where we just cut it in and you can just put,
easy.
you know, you can go really, really simplistic with it.
Now, in answer to your question, Sarah, yes. So we have now got shop stitched, okay? So this is your Dogwood stitched flower and leaves, okay? So they're the two on their own. So the leaves and the florals. Is there another bundle with the gerbera included?
No, there isn't. The gerbera's only on that one or on its own.
Right, okay.
So you can get the gerbera and flower leaves on their own. So I think it's shop stitch if you want the dogwood and the leaves.
Yes.
And if I can remember, no, I can't find it. There we
Shop
go.
Tatty.
Shop Tatty if you want just the gerbera flower and the leaves on their own.
So if you're just wanting florals and leaves, Sarah, it's Shop Tatty for the gerbera and the leaf bundle, and it's Shop Stitch for the dogwood and the leaf bundle, okay? That gets you your florals and all of your foliage all together that's across all of this collection. Now, you have seen on all of these this beautiful cardstock. It is absolutely
I'm going too far.
Gorgeous. Now, it is, when you see how much is on here, it's huge. And it's all this beautiful colour combinations. That...
Careful, because it is... Yeah, it is heavy.
Thanks, John.
That is... I'll turn that back off. It is heavy. It's 400 sheets.
All of that coming to... I like how you went, yeah, I'll have that.
Yeah.
So, 400 sheets coming to you. Isn't it stunning? So you have got your cool tones and your lilacs. You go into your pinks and your reds, all your blues, your greens, and then your neutral colours. Now, when you think how much is actually there, okay, it's 103.87. But for me, it's worth every penny.
Yeah, it works out at less than 30p a sheet.
Which is phenomenal.
For 220 GSM colour core card.
It is colour core.
So this is not a different colour printed on the front. Everyone is they actually dip dye it. They dip dye before they actually put it together.
And I brought it forward so Becky's got a better chance of seeing it. So you've got this absolutely beautiful linen-esque feel, okay? And I do want to say it's double-sided.
Yes.
Because on... Well, I'm saying reverse, but this might be the side you like. So the linen may be the reverse side for you.
And you may want the smooth side.
Yes. The smooth. Isn't that just gorgeous? And I know, because I have some of this, You can ink on it, you can use all your mediums onto it, you can stencil onto it, you can spritz onto it, you can use your glitters, your glitzers, you can use any different of your mediums, and because of the quality of the card, it is phenomenal. However, for all of our lovely scan and cutters, because it's solid core, it isn't full of lots of chalk compounds, so it's good for your scan and cut blades as well, and it cuts beautifully on the scan and cut.
Because we tested it as well before we went ahead with it to make sure.
Phenomenal cardstock.
It is.
So if you're looking to fill your boots with your cardstock, absolutely invest in that. Now, I can't say this enough. You know, like there are the sayings buy cheap, buy twice. My mum always used to say that. All of that kind of thing. But also, it's what you're working with. What it's if you've got something that is of good quality, you far more enjoy working with it, because you'll go, why isn't it doing what I want it to do? And it isn't you. It isn't
No,
you.
it isn't. There's nothing worse than cutting flowers, and certainly die cutting or scan and cut cutting, and having that white edge around the edge, or not being able to curl them or anything because it's a different colour on the back. You know, it makes it so much easier, and you need to see that real beautiful colour. Plus, all of this card has been designed to be cut in electric machines or die cut.
It's beautiful.
Because it's got a short fibre, and that means is when you cut it, there's one of those little frayed edges comes off. It cuts cleanly every time.
It does. It's absolutely stunning. The colour, the rainbow that you're going to get home, and none of this that you'll ever go, oh, well, I haven't got a green. You have, because they cover all the different greens, whether it be your cool tones or your warm tones. You have got all the seasons in there, and you know, Christmas and everything covered all in one go. So it is just an incredible cardstock for you to actually work with. And like I say, buying the quality, you get a better result, and it's not like you're going to look at your project and think, I don't really like it, because you haven't got the right colourway. Now you will have. So that one is Shop Card 103.87 for that little lot. 400 sheets, isn't there?
It is, yes.
That can keep you going for a little while. I'm absolutely certain it will. So the next little bundle that we're moving on to is the stamps. Now, I just love your stamps, John.
I love these. This is our special deal.
Yes.
So this is just $9.99. So this is half price.
For both of these,
so that's
guys.
For both of the A6 stamp sets. But in here you've got what we call the amusing and the inspiring. So you've got words like, be kind to yourself, you're on my mind, I can't believe it's your birthday, dream as if you could live forever, live as if you only have today. But then you have funny things like, we'll always be friends, you know too much. You're so old I should be writing this in Latin. So far this is the oldest you've ever been. Birthday cake calories don't count. Dangerously close to being old. So near the knuckle but not over the top.
A little bit tongue-in-cheek,
we need a lot of candles for this one. So when you don't know what sentiment to put, or you want to just put a little joke on, these are perfect. And we've given you the last of the stock of these at this price. So nowhere else has them at this price, and this is the last of the stock that we have. So let me just show
you this board that John's just been reading from. I love the fact that you're giving them in different fonts as well, John.
Yeah, it shouldn't always be the same.
No.
They need to have a different... You know,
it gives a feel.
Different feel and where you're going to use them. And of course, these are perfect for stamping around the frame.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Because these are the right sort of size to stamp around the frame or stamp onto the frame.
Oh, I like the idea of putting the sentiment around the frame.
Yeah, and you can repeat it 4 times around the frame.
I like that idea. So that today is today's bargain. If you're buying anything on the counter, I would say that is definitely a must-have, because whether you want to go for something that's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, a bit cheeky, you can, and also these are not, let's say, not without being, you know, whatever controversial. They're not the stereotypical, they're not happy birthday, best wishes, lots of love. Congratulations.
They're a little bit more personal.
They're a bit more.
Things like you're amazing just the way you are is absolutely beautiful sentiment to put on things.
Isn't it? Yes, so that could be for any occasion, couldn't it, really? And then, so that today I think is a super bargain. $9.99, pop that into your basket, and it's both of them. It isn't a choice where you get to check out and you say, oh, well, I want the cheeky ones, or I want the other one. You get both sets, which again, and these are big stamp sets. Now, the next one, we're going to go to the coconut. You've brought this on several times, but it's beautiful. This
is your beautiful coconut white card that I'm going to be using in the demo. And then the lilacs pack of the canvas card, which is just my absolute favourite at the moment. So you're getting 10 sheets of each colour. So you're getting 10 of the sort of lilac, 10 of the lavender, 10 of the sherbet, 10 of the plum, and then 10 of that coconut white, which has that beautiful sort of linen muslin texture on it. And it's that little bit thicker.
Yes.
So it's at a 250, so it's perfect for making your card blanks and things as well.
So that one is $14.99. Again, you're getting all 5 shades on that one, which is brilliant. Now, okay, I need to do some stock updates for you. I knew, because you've not been on for a bit.
No, sorry.
I know. Frame and bundle, 10% is already in allocation, and the stamps, well done, everybody. Oh, just a minute. 40% has gone. I knew they would. That is the deal for today. I think if you're going to have any of these, those sentiment stamps have got to be in your basket. And like John says, they've brought it as a deal because it's the last of what there is. So once they've gone...
That's it. Yeah, we won't be reordering them there. Once they're gone, they're gone. And once they're gone on here,
they'll be retired. Gone into retirement. Right. Can we do a little demo, John?
Because we can, yes.
I love all what you do, your hints, tips and techniques. And I think it's important to see how these frames actually work.
Yeah, I think that is the most important thing, is to see what we can do. And remember, there are videos. I think there's 5 videos.
Oh.
A bit across the flowers and things, just in that first bundle.
Yes.
There's at least 5 videos on the John Next Door YouTube channel.
Okay.
But if you're struggling to get that, go onto the John Next Door official Facebook page, follow that, and that gives you the links to all the videos and written instructions. So what I'll do is I'm going to show you. I've got a sheet of the coconut white here. I'm going to show you first of all how easy it is just to cut a frame for a card.
Yes.
So basically that's it. I take the die, I tape it down, and I run it through the machine. That's it, full stop. There is nothing else more complicated. The first frame that comes out will be identical to the 100th frame that comes out.
Yes.
To the 1000th frame that comes out. Can you catch that for me?
I can.
So I can just naughtily grab another piece of card, because I want to show you how we actually make it fancy.
There you go.
Because I know Amanda likes this, but I talked about it earlier. I'm changing up the demo to what I was going to do originally.
Okay.
But you can see there, that's done. Perfect.
Lovely.
Frame. Done in no time at all. And it's exactly, we can see on the mat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches.
The mat. I need to talk to everybody about the mat, because I know we do have the mat on the lots of the shows and it is on the brand shop. But very quickly, I'm going to say, big statement, John.
Yeah.
$9.99 for this mat. I think it's the best mat you can buy.
Do you know, I've spent more on those brown kitchen mats.
Yes.
You know, the ones we used to use for colouring?
Yes.
That doesn't have any of the features of this. It's crazy.
It's just an incredible mat. Again, if you do get this, it is a true investment, and it's just a phenomenal mat.
So we said I picked up one of the sentiments from the sentiment set.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've gone with You're Amazing Just the Way You Are on my precision press, which I think you'll probably have on the website.
I hope so.
I'm sure it is on there, because I think...
Oh, look at this. Well, now, that was blink, you blinked, you missed it. Do it again, John, do it again.
So just place it over, press down, done.
Now, a little think about this. Let me, do it again then.
Okay, sorry.
It's all right.
It's just how...
So this stamping platform that John is using, if I lay that on there, those lines to me disappear because it's perfect.
Yeah, it literally...
lines up perfectly.
Lines up perfectly, because all the marks on the mat are exactly right.
The same what's on here. So that's why John... he's not having to use a stamping platform.
Nope.
Because he's using the grid and the grid that's on here that match it perfectly.
And I'm not having to take my card down or anything.
Nope, because
I can literally... it won't move. So simple frame done with the frame maker. That was the whole concept of the frame maker. That you would have to have 2 sets of dies. So to do what this does,
yes,
you would need to have £40 worth of dies.
Okay.
Because you would need to have a full set of notch squares and a full set of plain squares.
Yes.
It's all done in one. And you know, straight off, stamped, done. But if we want to make something a little bit more complicated, and normally what you have to do this is you would take...
Oh, 60% of the stamps have gone.
So you would take, basically, an outside die, wouldn't you?
Yes.
And then you would take the big sort of chunk die that's the border, and you try and tape them both down.
Yep.
Then you try and tape a die in the middle.
Yes.
You don't have to. This is so easy. You take your corner, it fits in exactly. Yeah? And you tape it. That's it. Of course, you've got 4. So you just repeat that 4 times. Simple as that. But you could decide, I only want to have them on opposing corners.
Yes.
Or I want to have just one corner. I want to put flowers on the other 3. I want to have something plain on that. Or I want to stamp on the others. That's it. But that now is set.
Brilliant.
So you could just keep taking that out and cutting it again and again and again. You probably, if you want to do that, put a little bit more tape on it. But you can't get them in the wrong place.
No.
Because it doesn't allow you, because it gives you a little pocket to put them in.
Yes. Which is actually brilliant, because you haven't got to worry about them moving.
No.
And like I said, on that other sample, you haven't got to put it in, take it off, reposition it, and then by the time you get round to the 4th one, everything else has gone flat because it's gone through the machine 4 times.
Exactly. It's wrecked. Literally, your card, when it's going through that many times, is literally wrecked.
It doesn't, and then obviously it doesn't look very professional.
No.
With this, one pass is going to do it all for you in one go. Look at that.
So all those bits are out.
Isn't that
You see, you get all those
gorgeous?
dotted bits. So the next problem, when you've made a piece like that, I'm not going to sit and pick them all the bits out because it's boring. But when you made a die like that, if you were using nesting dies, which we'd normally do,
yes,
what you have to do now is you have to either... So I want that to really sing, so I want to put green behind it.
yes,
Again, this is all from the canvas card pack. But what I'd have to do now is try and position the die that did the outside line over that, or put it in the same place. Then I'd have to try and get a square
that
fit and put it in the same place.
Yep.
No, I don't. I simply grab that frame maker die again, take the bits out.
Because it is making
And
your
they're not in a
frame.
set place.
No.
So I don't have to think, well, that's number 1, 2, 3 or 4. I just go like that. Bit of tape, back through. Simple as that.
How easy is this?
And that will fit on every single time.
And if you like purchasing your pre-scored cards, this is going to fit on your 6x6 pre-scored cards.
Yeah, what you'll
every
find
time.
is your 6x6 are actually 5 7/8.
Oh.
And this is exactly 6 inches. But what that means is the frame being 6 inches is perfect to fit on that 6x6 card.
And hide anything.
Because it will hide anything.
Yeah.
In fact, what you're best doing on this one is, to be honest, is to put a 5x5 card behind it. Because a 5x5 card, you will only see the 2 little bits at the bottom and it'll stand up. So it will actually float. But can you see there?
Look at that. And that is a
perfect fit.
matte
That
layer.
way, that way, that way. You don't have to know what's right, what's top, what's bottom.
That is brilliant.
It's as simple as that.
Absolutely brilliant.
So I'm going to grab, because I hate waste, a piece of scrap. And a frame hides a multitude of sins. So if I cut that off now, I can just simply take... So what I wanted to show you is, that's 2 cuts.
Yes.
This card is 4 cuts.
Is it?
You look at that and you'd think, oh, how many cuts through a die machine is that?
Well, yeah, because now you're thinking, you've put it through and done your outside frame, you've lined your square up in the middle and done your middle piece. That's 2.
Yeah.
This is conventional die cutting.
Yeah.
And then you've put this in, so you've done that 4 times, so that's 6. Then you've done your middle. Then you've done the back frame. So you're talking at least 10 die cuts.
Yeah. So all I do is slap that die.
In the middle?
In the middle, on the scrap piece of card from the other side. Yeah, and run that through and cut it. Simple, easy, done.
I'll catch that.
Yeah, thank you. And of course, so we've got our frame.
Yes.
Really simply, easily done. Our middle piece is coming through. Yay! It's always so much quicker, it feels like, at home, doesn't it, than when we're doing it on here.
Yeah.
And look at that, slapped in the middle. Every single piece is out. So there's no bit left hanging. Just because I really, I know it's boring to watch this bit, but I always think it's important sometimes to see the dies cut and know they are going to do what we promised they do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because
totally
and trust
get that,
me,
John.
because the number of times we use them, if they don't cut, we get more frustrated than you will ever do. But straight away, that...
Oh, look at that.
Doesn't matter. And what do we do with green at the back? Well, we use the piece of waste from the frame.
But that's not waste anymore.
No, because that fits exactly.
Oh,
but can you see, to me, how it's missing something? Just a bit flat.
Yes, I've got you.
This is where I've included some clever bits, like an extra square.
Okay, and that's in the frame maker?
And that's in the frame maker, in the set, but that is exactly a 1/4 inch down. So if I just put that randomly, again, on a piece, and this is the olive or moss green.
Yeah, every bit of cardstock that John is using is out of that incredible card pack for $103.84. It is stunningly beautiful card, and I can't tell you. Ooh, stay.
Careful, it's heavy.
Well, stay.
Oh, is the browns is playing up.
Done slipped it. It slipped it. Look at this. Now, you may think, yes, it's a bit of a layout for cardstock, but look what you're going to be working with. It is absolutely beautiful, beautiful cardstock. It is stunning.
And on your website, we have each of these colour packs individually.
Yes.
So if you buy the whole lot and go, oh, I'm using so much more lilac or so much more soft pink.
You can pick your favourites.
You can pick your favourites. Yeah, that's gone. But, so what we've done, I've cut that square out. Yeah? So you can see now, if I put that square over that piece.
I'm sorry, everybody. We need to tell you what's happening in the background.
Poor Amber's trying to sort the card out, and it all fell down the back and everything.
It disappeared altogether. It just all fell down the back of the unit.
Yeah.
There. Other way up, darling. There we go. Nearly. Oh, heck.
It's not going to do it. All of the others do. It's fine. She's trying. Bless her. So that's on there. But look what happens when I put that in.
It's beautiful.
Frames it exactly. Then I put that frame on.
Now, this die set is a full set. You've not had to go and get that from a different set. You've not had to buy your corners separately and get them from somewhere else. And then you've not had to go and find your notched frame and a square that matches. It's all one die set.
Yeah, all simply one die set. So you can see there, that card then, I've added some pearls on and put some foam tape in, but that's the fun bit.
It is.
But the cutting of that, it took us less than 10 minutes to do.
Absolutely, it's brilliant.
But basically, yeah, all of that's done in 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts.
Which is fantastic. Now, you could have done it differently, and like I say, you could have only given us one corner and had all that other cutting. Isn't it frustrating?
Yeah, made that metal into something else and then used it for a different set.
It's so frustrating when you haven't got that. But John's thought about all of that, and he's given us everything. So when you're talking quick and easy, simple cards, these are quick, because you haven't got to keep passing it through the machine again and again and again. And also, what I love about these is the versatility of then creating your stencils.
Yes.
So instead of using that as a frame, you could ink through the middle of it instead. You could ink through the outside frame and give it, just have those florals where you've got the inked edges for your actual flowers. Beautiful, beautiful designs.
The benefit of having the frame maker is that if you've got, again, some beautiful 2 red robins things, and you want to frame them, look.
Look at that.
That's the piece we just cut. And all I've done is framed a piece of embossed card. Yeah, it's on a slightly bigger card. But you could frame your scenes, you could you could have your little creatures and your animals in there. This will match in with all of your crafting and make your crafting so much easier because it's all done in one.
And all cross-pollinates. So, the stamps, have I got to take them off the counter? Oh, John.
Oops.
No. Buy stamps. Well done. All of you that have got that, you have properly got a true bargain, I'm just going to say, because that is a brilliant deal. So well done, everybody that's managed to pop that into the baskets. So the stamps are all allocated. So now where we go in?
Right, I'm just going to do it really simply because I want to show you, I want to add some flowers on that.
Yes,
and I
please.
want to have some impact, but I want them quick. This is all about making a card that we can do in no time at all, but we can get really maximum impact. So I've got a piece of A6 card, so it's card that I've literally just cut down to 5 3/4 and then 4 1/8.
Yes.
So it's an A4 sheet cut in 4.
Yes.
Yep. So that will make me my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 little gerbras or daisies or whatever in one go. I want to add leaves and I want them to match. So I take a piece of scrap of that olive, and these are your morella leaves that come in that bundle. And these have got really beautiful...
They are fine. Let me get the board.
Fine work. And they go the same way. And there is a reason for that, and I'll explain that when I get them out.
Just look at these, everybody. I've just quickly... Look how tiny... Look how the detail has been cut into these. It's almost like little tiny V's have been chopped out of them all. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely stunning.
So we just run that through.
Now this is one pass.
One pass.
It's going to get all of this.
So you're going to get your 4 sprigs of leaves.
Yep.
Which, to be fair, I've already... Can you grab me that?
I
Sorry.
will.
I've got here... But I would look at these and go, oh, they're going to be a nightmare to cut. I'm only using the electric machine because I needed the bigger for the frame. Oops. Yeah, they're already falling out. Get your leaves.
There you go.
Can you see there?
Look at these. Look at that.
How delicate these are.
They're beautiful.
You can't buy, and no offence to, again, the scan and cutters, you couldn't get that fine.
That's
really why we mix fine. Our scan and cut things with our dies. That's why I have both machines at home, because I have different uses. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Really simple. All 4 cut.
Beautiful.
But you see how delicate. I mean, dies never used to be this delicate.
No.
We've really pushed the technology. These were so clunky, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, these are just so intricate. They're stunning. And I love the fact that you're getting it all in one pass.
Yes.
So you've cut everything out. You've cut your card. Now this is the bit that you enjoy doing it. You enjoy adding the embellishment and doing what I call the through. This is the enjoyable piece, isn't it? The machine's done all the cutting. You can now get down to the actual building and creating. Now, can you imagine if these were all single dies for one?
Oh, well, for a start...
I would have lost 3 of them by now.
Yeah, there's 13 dies. Can you imagine anything as bad as 5 mini little daisies or gerbras or centres?
And then having to tape them all down individually.
And having to tape all of these. How much card? Well, literally, it's A5's worth of card you'd have to use, because that's actually less the space than you'd have to do. So you're going to get all of those out just from that plate. So
you save it, and also it's saving you a lot of money. And then I love, that's now a stencil. That's creating backgrounds. Yeah. I love that. So don't ever throw anything away like this, because that is not only a background as a stencil, but that's also papers in your background as well.
Yeah, I've actually got a demo prepped for the 1 o'clock, so join us at 1 o'clock. I'm going to show you how to use that as a stencil really easily. So simple. But we can make these up in lots and lots of complicated ways.
Yeah.
But, and I know you make the most beautiful complex flowers, but a lot of time I wanted to show you how we can make a very fancy card, but in no time.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're on 4 cuts, we're on 5, we're on 6 cuts, that's it for the whole lot. So all you do to put these together to make them into gerberas is just no shaping, no moulding, no foam needed, nothing. So I've got one of each size, I've put a little bit of glue glaze in the middle, and all I do is rotate, and you can see how each petal is individually drawn. So you know, like gerberas aren't perfect.
Yes.
You don't want that.
No, you don't.
What you want is to see it, they look more realistic.
The more perfect.
The imperfections make a flower look realistic.
They do, absolutely.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So to me, almost there, we've got 4 gerberas. But they always have that little bit in the middle, don't they? That extra little petaling.
Yeah.
So you just put a little bit of glue or glue glaze in the centre of each one and take one of each of these and push it in.
So you've got your little ones that are now...
So your little ones are now creating that extra layer of petals.
Your stamen piece in the middle.
And all I do is push it in my hand.
Look at that. So easy to work with and build. Aren't these just beautiful?
Because they're delicate, it's simple.
And again, remember, John's using that incredible cardstock that is brought to us today on the bundle as well.
Now, I'm going to just use some of the faceted gems that I've got. But you could use black gems if you want that black centre you get in a lot of gerberas.
Yes.
I'm using some sort of apple coloured, but it literally just... Oh, I forgot it's a knife with these ones, isn't it? You know, we all know every different gem set we've got has got a different way that they come up the best. But look.
Isn't that beautiful?
That, to me, has that real
one die
look.
cut, 4 different flowers, really easy to make. I mean, you could do all of them just as they are if you wanted them singularly.
You could use them singularly. They look beautiful.
Aren't they stunning?
But that is in no time. So you've seen, I'm not pulling any of the bits in I've got cut over here. I'm using just what we've cut. So we've got our card. And what I've done is, normally, my leaves, I make them so they oppose each other. So you get a right and a left.
Yes.
This is the first time I haven't.
Right, okay.
And the reason is because they make a perfect corner if they're the same.
Lovely. Yes.
If they don't, all you get every time is a heart. It doesn't work. So, to put your card together, this gives you... It was almost designed to do, if you like my style, which sounds awful, but you like that sort of style. It's not mine. I mean, a lot of us have the same sort of style of, you know, easy things to do, but really effective. I'm just going to take the card, pick up my leaves and just go. But you see how they work with those colours. And you see now that's why.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
So that's one side. Take 2 more.
Now, the glue that John is using is on the brand shop, okay? So if you're thinking, hold on a minute, that's rather a snazzy little glue tube. It is the glue glaze, and that is on the brand shop. So have a little peruse before you actually check out your baskets. We are going to do a very quick recap, and then hopefully we might be able to come back and do another quick demo.
I can do another quick
come
one.
back and join us later on as well, because we've got a different counter later on for everybody.
No, it's I think it's the same.
Same, but we've got a few new added.
We've got the individuals on. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I think I got that wrong when we talked the other day.
Okay. So remember that, Amber. It's a little different. So come back and join us again later. And by coming back and joining us later, it'll be a case of that you'll see the other demos that John does, because he is so inspirational with what he brings us. Isn't that lovely? How easy and elegant is that card.
And we've made it from scratch, which is what I absolutely love.
Absolutely brilliant. Love that. So we're going to do a very quick recap for you all. So right back down here at the beginning, shop frame, okay, 19.99. You've just seen John working with that frame. You get your outside, your in your mats and layers, you get all the corners and that beautiful lattice piece in the middle as well. So that one is shop frame, 19.99. Now, however, the next one, shop bundle, includes this frame, okay? So you get your frame, your notch vine gerbera bundle, your morella vines, your notch vines and your tatty gerbera all together for $39.58. And then you can see where your savings are. By breaking it down and giving you the individuals, by going for the bundle is going to give you the biggest saving. Now, if you're just after the florals and the foliage, on this one, it's Shop Tatty. This is your Tatty Gerbera and your Mirella Relief Set, $21.59, which are just gorgeous. I love, love, love these. Moving on again a little bit more, we've got Shop Flowers, which are your Notch Vine Flowers Dogwood Stitched Leaves Bundle, okay, which again is beautiful. You've got Shop Vine, which gives us the Stitch Vine Infinity Bundle, which is Infinity Square and the Dogwood. Now that one is $49.46. And then we've got Shop Infinity, which is your Stitch Infinity Bundle, your square, your dogwood flower and your stitch leaves all together for $31.97. So you can either have it with this 3, with this one and these 2 as the 3, or you can have it with all 4. So it's up to you how you want to work it. So you can have it with the frame and the florals, you can have it with the infinity and the florals, or you can have all 4 together. Now, if like Sarah was liking the florals on their own, you can actually get the stitched on their own. So stitched dogwood and the leaves for $22.49. Shop Stitch will get you those florals as well. Now, very quickly, just again, shop card. This will get you all of this, $103.87, and it is 400 sheets of cardstock, which is incredible amount of cardstock, but it is all solid core, and the fact that you get the full rainbow home, and like John said earlier, you can actually get the singles on the brand shop. So if you do go in for all of this, and then as you're working through it, you're pulled to certain colours, which for me would be these 3 in the middle, the blue, the red and the green. I would have to multi-buy on that one because I know I'd use green like it was going out of fashion.
The green is so hard to get nice greens.
It really is.
I've ordered more packs of the green than I've ever had of anything else. I really have.
It's gorgeous. And the fact, I love that you get the tones. I love that, you know, I mean, this lovely green blue hue combination going on here, and I just love the green colours. I'm sorry, but I do. It's one of my favourites. My mum would be going mad by now. So, hello everybody. Just a very quick welcome to. We've got Leslie, Anne. Hi, Anne. Got Karen. Oh, hi, Carol. Oh, Carol's on, John.
Oh, hello, Carol. I hope you're well. I saw her yesterday at Lincoln.
Did you? Oh, bless her. We've got so many of you joining us. We've got a minute left or 2. Gosh, and where's that hour gone?
I have no idea.
So, do you want us to just quickly carry on, or? Yeah,
we'll keep going. Well, I was going to do something
very
quickly.
We'll do a cliffhanger, shall we, John?
Yes, so I won't peel them out. I will actually do that. If I can find, honestly, you know when you have everything prepped and then something goes and it drops on the floor. So all I've done is cut the Tatty Daisy or the Tatty Gerbera. This is the easiest flower ever to do, because this die was designed so that you could make beautiful flowers just with white card. So all I'm doing is scribbling over the back, and you might think, oh, well, you know, no, each
Doesn't
hole,
damage the die, this, John?
not at all. I'm using our Fusion ink, But any ink at all, you can't damage the dies. They're Teflon coated.
No, I mean, it's not, because you're using liquids and things on there. It's not
Nope.
going to, no
Won't
detriment.
hurt it, won't detriment the die at all. The die was designed to do this.
So we're getting down to the last few seconds.
And I'll just pop one out. But there.
Look at that. How cool is that?
You could not colour as close to that.
No, you can't. Absolutely you can't.
Even the small ones, so you get that little white edge. But you get a really sort of original looking flowery. So you could do any colour. You could do the multicolour or fantasy or anything.
So thank you everybody for joining us. A bit of a cliffhanger finish. Where did that hour go? Stay with us for the next hour and we'll be back with you later on today at 1 o'clock. Bye-bye for now.